Hi everyone, I'm Elisa L'Amour of New Pollution Designs, and today I'm doing a viewer request. It is by Gionetto2, I hope I said your name correctly, and this viewer has asked me to show how I contour my face. So there are a few things that you need to look at, and this is about you who is watching this, so hello my subscribers. You need to look at the parts of the face that you want to de-emphasize, because not everybody is going to be able to or even needs to contour in some standard places. So maybe you are really bottom heavy in your face, so you just want to contour here. Maybe you have a very large forehead, so maybe the main part is that you are contouring more up this way. Maybe your face is symmetrical, but you still need to contour when you are doing your foundation, after your foundation, because foundation blanks out everything, so you don't see the natural contours that you would in your face otherwise. So how heavy you do it, where you do it, that all depends on what products you use and the shape of your face. So I'm just going to show you what I use and what I do, and hopefully this helps somebody. Okay, there are a few brushes that I like to use. Two in particular aren't your average looking contour brush, but I happen to reach for these all the time. One is this generic little, I don't know, black brush that has a small rounded brush head. And just to have a comparison to the size of my hand, see, it's quite small. The next one that I like to use is from Mally Cosmetics, and in comparison it's a bit bigger. This one is stiffer, which I like a stiffer dome brush, and in comparison to my hand it's a bit bigger for my palm. The other contour brush that a lot of people may be familiar with is something like this, an angled brush head. This is a MAC, I couldn't even tell you, 183? I don't know, I'm sorry. But it's an angle brush. You don't need to buy a MAC one in order to have the same look. You can go to any drugstore or chemist and they'll probably have something like that. And the final one that I like to contour with is a domed eyeshadow brush. And this is a MAC 224, but I know Sanya Kashuk and many other people do a domed brush like this. So let me show you how I would use it. So for instance, when I look at my face, there are certain parts that I want to contour, a certain area. So my forehead is fine. And by the way, contouring isn't going to take away everything, because you still need yourself to look natural. Those theater makeup, yes, you could change your face, but people are going to notice it out in the real world in daylight. So go easy on your contouring, but a little bit does make a difference. So my forehead, I don't actually need to contour as much because I find that's not my problem area. And actually down here is okay. I could use a little contouring through this area. And my main part that I think I need to de-emphasize a bit are my high cheekbones. I have, like, here's my bone. It's very high up, and this is a part that I like to de-emphasize. So there are a few choices you have. I mean, there are multiple choices you have as far as contouring colors. You want to go a few shades darker than your natural skin tone. So what I use, you may need to use lighter or you may need to use darker. So one is Harmony by Black. One is Harmony by MAC. And the shades that I'll be showing you are a cool tone brown for the most part and have no shimmer. The other one that I use, but this one is very, very natural, and I think it's probably better on paler skin tones, is Natural Dazzle Compact by Barry M. But you don't have to use a certain product, a special product, in order to contour. Here is the Wet n Wild palette. This is the Vanity palette. And a good color to use, if you already own this, is this color right here. So look at what you already have. You just want to make sure for the most part it's shimmer free. Now another one that you could try, this is more on the bronzer, but it's a nice one. It's Revlon Colorstay Sun Matte number 20. And I like this because It gives you a natural finish. But I tend to stay away from bronzers because depending on your skin tone, it could be a little too orange or a little too much. If you're going to use a bronzer to contour and then use bronzer on your face, it's going to be a whole lot of orange in this region. You want to make sure if you're going to use bronzer and contour that you use cooler brown contour and a warmer brown for bronzer. That way you avoid looking just like muddy and people don't walk by and go, yeah, that person used bronzer and tried to contour. For this demonstration, I'm going to be using the Mally brush and MAC Harmony. What I like to do is I just dip in, get enough, don't get too much, so tap a little bit off. And I don't really feel the need to suck in as much. I think when you look at your face, you can kind of tell where you need it. Here's the top of my ears, and you see, look, there's an automatic natural indentation. Now, I'm not going to necessarily fully go on that indentation because my area is up here that I want to work on. So I'm going to head towards the top of my ear and back, almost like a little triangle. So I'm going to head this way. See, here is my natural contour, which I'll put a little bit, but the area that I want to work on is right down here, or right up here, I mean. So almost make like a little triangle, but I use circular motions, and that way it diffuses it a bit. You want it to look a bit natural. Can you tell the difference? Oh yeah, I can. This one looks a lot slimmer than this side. Or not even not slimmer, it looks a little bit more even. My face is a little bit more in balance. Now, when I use this brush, I use this for smaller areas and I use this for the nose. Not everybody needs to contour their nose, but if you want to, you just, once again, take a dome-shaped brush, a fluffy one. You don't want it to be too hard. You got to go real light on this product because the nose can look dirty, plus people look at you right around here first, so you want to take it a bit easy. And all I do is I just take a light shade and I kind of go up a little bit into my eyebrow, straight down along the side of my nose. Let me get closer. So it's looking like this. And then I go straight down. Then I diffuse it out. And sometimes I even just take my finger and make sure that I blend it out. So make sure you really blend it out. And then you could go in a V shape down here. This is a little Marilyn Monroe trick, a little starlet trick, and it gives you a little bit pixie-shaped nose. If you have a longer nose or a nose that hooks, that would be a good thing. Now, if you have a wider nose that you want to shave down a bit, you would start contouring the sides of the nostril a bit. Nothing crazy, of course, just a little bit. Or if you have a very wide area through here for your nose, that's where you want to contour there. So you can really contour anyways. You could bring this up even higher if you have a bulbous nose. And once again, I'm not saying you have to contour your nose, but this is what I do when I'm making videos or if I feel like going the extra step. Do I do it every day? No, because I don't even wear makeup every day. So these are just the extra mile if you want to really contour your face. That's a good thing to do and to know. Some other places you can contour depending on your lip size and what you want them to do is I contour sometimes underneath here. You can't tell through the light, but I have like a little indentation here that I sometimes contour. And of course, you know, you contour the socket of your eyes. And if you want, if you need to, you can always contour up here. But if you're going to use bronzer, you don't necessarily have to contour up there. You don't want to go just contour and bronzer crazy. So if you're going to use bronzer, what I suggest is that you first contour in the immediate places that you need and don't go overboard. Then, if you're going to use bronzer, you could do a light touch that goes into the 3. Oh yeah, and down below here, you go in a triangle shape and then bring it out. Now, it's not going to be perfect, but it will make a difference, and it really only takes a few seconds if you're interested in that. So I hope this helps you, and if you have any more questions about contouring, please let me know. But remember, take a look at your face shape and determine what exactly it is that you want to bring down. If you don't need to contour, don't. It's not mandatory. But if you want to, get a shade that is matte, relatively no shimmer. You want it to be a shade or two lighter. I would suggest maybe 2. If you do go darker, you can, but you just want to make sure that you really blend it out so that way you don't look like you have 1980s streaks. You know, you want it to just look like a natural shadow to your face. So I hope this was helpful. Take care and see you next video. Bye.